3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinos and Nidorinos, it is King Nito here. We are in the City of Fairies as the Bell and the Angels are trying to end their 3-game losing streak, but it will be against the Ghost-type Hearthome Haunts, as the Haunts will start out with Spiritomb and Chandelure. Hatterene and Carbink are starting out for the Angels, and Spiritomb has that pressure ability. Remember, they will have a huge task to the Angels, but Hatterene, with that magic bounce ability, will be able to send a spite that was coming from Chandelure back at it. This will lower Chandelure's PP down by 4 as Carbink with the growth. The Hearthome Haunts are vying for second place if they can get the victory here today, as Spiritomb with the absorb onto Carbink will be super effective on the part rock type. Still doesn't do a great deal of damage, however, as Hatterene sets up a safeguard for its side, will cloak them in that mystical veil, protecting them from status conditions, but won't protect Hatterene from the bug bite from Chandelure, actually getting its PP back by stealing Hatterene's Leopard Berry. Carbink, though, with a Dark Pulse there onto Spiritomb. Spiritomb being protected by the fact that it's also part Dark type. Grass Knot onto Hatterene does very minimal damage, and Hatterene with the Moonlight is going to restore the health it has just lost anyway. It should get itself back to full strength with that move, and it does. Chandelure, though, with the Fishiest Wren going for Hatterene. Gotta think it should have gone for Carbink, but that is a fantastic hit. Ice Shard from Carbink onto Chandelure, not very effective whatsoever. A lovely kiss is avoided by Carbink thanks to that safeguard, and close combat won't affect Chandelure from Hatterene as Chandelure sets up a rain dance, so we'll start to rain over this field. But yes, the Bell and the Angels, 3-3 record. They have been on a losing streak since they came up against the Olivine. It has been going terrible for them as Carbink with the Pain Split onto Chandelure. Minimal changes to both Pokemon there, as Spiritomb flings its Leopard Berry there, just throwing it across at Carbink. Minimal damage completely there, and Carbink will proceed to eat that Leopard Berry as well. Hatterene, though, with the Rock Throw going for Spiritomb. You got to think it should have gone for the Fire type Chandelure. Chandelure with the Grass Pledge, super effective hit there on a Carbink. Fantastic play there. Carbink responds with the Sludge Wave, but it will hit its own teammate on the field, and Hatterene is eliminated with a super effective move from its own teammate. It did do damage to Spiritomb and Chandelure, but not very effective on either of them. And Spiritomb follows it up with a Soft Boiled anyway, so it's going to restore some health. This is not the start the Bell and the Angels want. They do not want to go 4 games in a row losing, as that safeguard now does leave the field, and Sylveon comes onto the field, and Chandelure sets up for a Skull Bash. It will tuck its head on this turn and boost its defense in the process. And Sylveon with the Memento, so Sylveon's going to take itself out of this match. It will lower both the physical attack and special attack of Chandelure, and it is a massive special attacker, but Sylveon taking itself out on its first turn. What are the Angels doing? Carbink, though, with the Brine onto Spiritomb. Good hit, but definitely should have gone for Chandelure. They need to get themselves back into this matchup. A Power Gem almost takes out Carbink, but Carbink holds on, and now Togekiss is going to need to bring that luck, as Chandelure will go for the Skull Bash and finish Carbink off. That is 3 eliminations now from the Bell and the Angels already. The Hearthome Haunts look like they are trying to lock this one up early. A double team being performed by Spiritomb. It will boost its evasiveness. Togekiss needs to bring something here. Primarina coming out to join its teammate, and Togekiss with the Conversion 2. Conversion 2, not Conversion 1, will change its type to Ghost, as that Topsy-Turvy does fail from Chandelure. Heat Crash, though, won't fail from Primarina as it goes for Chandelure. It practically fails with the amount of damage it does, though. Spiritomb with the Tail Whip is going to lower the defensive stats of the Ghost-type Togekiss and the Water Fairy type Primarina. Remember, Togekiss did change its typing with that Conversion 2, as the rain does stop over the field already. And Togekiss now with the Storm Throw won't affect Chandelure, but Chandelure goes for a Storm Throw of its own onto Primarina. Doesn't do a great deal of damage, being not very effective. Was able to get a critical hit, though. Still didn't do a great deal of damage. Primarina, though, with the dual Wing Beat onto Chandelure. But Chandelure with that Flame Body is going to inflict that burn onto Primarina, so look for that to take continuous damage. A Spiritomb with the Hex. This will be super effective on the Ghost type Togekiss. Huge damage there. Again, super effective, and Primarina takes damage from the burn. Chandelure is going to go for the Mist Ball now onto Primarina. Continuing on the offensive, and Togekiss with the Earth Power now onto Spiritomb. They need to go for these moves on Chandelure that would be super effective. Primarina with the Waterfall onto Chandelure. actually didn't do as much damage as you would have expected. A Spiritomb with the Fire Lash now onto Togekiss. Togekiss is able to hold on, but it does have its defense lowered. Although it is an easy target, it doesn't have much defense left. Chandelure will vanish off this field instantly as it is preparing for the Phantom Force, and that bind is avoided by Chandelure as Primarina with the gravity is only going to bring down Togekiss, and that burn up does fail from Spiritomb. Still no eliminations on the side of the Haunts as Chandelure with the Phantom Force does finish Togekiss off. So Togekiss taken out with a super effective move there. That is 4 eliminations from the Angels as Primarina with the Inferno onto Spiritomb finally gets an elimination for the Fairy types. So it is now a 5 versus 2 battle. This is all but confirmed. The Haunts have dominated this. They just need to finish up. Ninetales comes out for the Battle of the Angels. Cursor coming out for the Heart Home Haunts, and Ninetales with that Snow Warning is going to cause the Hail, which is even going to do damage to its own teammate here, as Ninetales immediately goes for the Hex onto Cursor. Super effective there on the Ghost type Pokemon, and Chandelure with the Triple Axle onto Primarina. It's got 2 hits. These get stronger every time. It gets 3, but it's not very effective. And Primarina is going to go for the Disarming Voice, hits both Cursor and Chandelure is taken out. Primarina is doing everything it can to keep the Fairy types in this matchup. Chandelure finally having been eliminated, and Cursor with the False Swipe onto Primarina makes Primarina easy to catch or easy to hit by the Hail. Primarina is taken out by the Hail that was set up by its own teammate, but you have to think if that didn't get it, that Burn would have. Now Dhelmise comes out for the Heart Home Haunts, and Ninetales immediately hits with the Water Gun. Not very effective though, as Dhelmise responds with the Triple Kick. Gets the first one, it gets the second one, and these get stronger every time too. Gets all 3 hits there, as Cursor also sets up a Wrap so that Ninetales will take continuous damage from that Wrap. They are just going to be able to chip away here at the Fairy type. That Hail does continue to do damage to both Ghost type Pokemon, but not as much as that Wrap does to Ninetales. Ninetales though sets up a Leech Seed, so it's going to try to make sure it gets some health restored, seeding Cursor with that move. Dhelmise with the Reflect, making its side stronger against physical type moves. And Cursor now going to go for that Leaf Tornado onto Ninetales. A very good hit there. It's also going to lower Ninetales' accuracy, which is very good. If Ninetales cannot connect with the Ghost types, they will just outlast it. And there's that Leech Seed onto Cursor, taking health from Cursor and giving it to Ninetales again. This is exactly what Ninetales needs, especially as it continues to take damage from the Wrap. And the Wrap does about the same much as Ninetales restores as gravity returns to normal, and that Simple Beam does fail. Dhelmise with the Rest is going to put itself to sleep. It's also going to take itself back to full strength. Not that it was very far off. It will continue to suffer from that Hailstorm even in its sleep, unfortunately. And Cursor though with the Bite. This could finish Ninetales off, but Ninetales holds on after that not very effective critical hit. Dhelmise there taking damage from the Hail. Ninetales though is going to get some health restored with the Leech Seed, but will the Wrap finish it off? So here's its health being restored. Cursor is able to hold on after the Leech Seed. Ninetales gets its health restored, and here's the Wrap. Ninetales needs to hold on and needs to eliminate Cursor in its next turn. Ninetales though goes for the Gravity, so that Gravity just intensifies. Dhelmise is fast asleep. Cursor can come in, go for the Energy Ball, and gets the easy elimination. Ninetales is taken out. That's 4 losses in a row for the Battle of the Angels. This is horrible. Everything has been going downhill for them since they faced the Olivine. Their next matchup will be against the Sandalene Swarm, but the Heart Home Haunts, everything goes their way. They are now in 2nd place on the leaderboard, and they will be facing the 18th place Dewford Combats next round. But in our next round, we have some huge matchups, starting off with the Pewter Stones facing the Ferrum Mines. That'll be 9th facing 10th, but we've got 1st versus 2nd, we got 4th versus 6th, we have 7th versus 8th. It will be a huge round. Nidorino is Nidorino. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I will see you when you see me. And also, don't forget to let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field.